Not long ago, it was announced that four-star tight end Elijah Brown had committed to the University of Alabama, and we have to talk about what makes this commitment in particular so important. But before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I want to hear from y'all. So hop down into the comments section and give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that the University of Alabama will be able to secure another tight end commitment for the class of 2022? Guys, remember, they have offered 5 tight ends thus far, so it is a position of great importance. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you don't miss any of my uploads. I do constant college football content, whether that's talk-style videos like this, film reviews, or player analysis, and I'm on my push to 2,000 subscribers, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and comment down below, because likes and comments really do go a long ways in helping channels like mine get picked up by the YouTube algorithm. But with all that being said, let's talk about Elijah Brown and why this commitment in and of itself is so important. And I'm going to get all the obvious stuff out the way first. 24/7 Sports lists Elijah Brown at 6'5", 230 pounds, and is a top 300 player in the nation, which is incredibly important as there is a lot of data showing the importance of top 300 guys to successful programs. And Alabama has been king at success in not only generating top 300 guys, but then sending top 300 guys to the NFL at a rate that just can't be competed with right now. And you have other institutions doing amazing things, but not to the level of Alabama right now. And it shows when they had almost a third more players in the NFL than any other team last year. It shows. Elijah Brown is ranked as the 13th best tight end in the nation, and if you look at his huddle, he's listed at 6'6", 240 pounds, and I'm inclined to believe he is much closer to the 6'6", 240 than he is the 6'5", 230. And I think it's really interesting when you hear Elijah Brown talk about what the Alabama offer meant to him, as well as what Alabama really liked about Elijah Brown. And I'm going to start with what Elijah Brown liked about the Alabama offer, and what is there not to like, obviously. Kid said it all. He said the winning culture, the development, just the general culture of Alabama and what it leads to, right? The work, the winning, the development, and being able to get you where you want to go. Very cognizant and very much well in line with what we hear from a lot of these top-level kids that are very focused on the end goal, and that's why they choose the University of Alabama. And you can't knock that hustle. I think it's also very intriguing what the University of Alabama said about Elijah Brown, as they said they loved his flashes and ability, not only as a receiving tight end, but they were incredibly intrigued, most of all, by his physicality while blocking. And when you watch Elijah Brown's film, you see that he has great ability as a receiving threat at tight end. He's got very elite burst for someone his size, and so you can make up not having the greatest long speed by just being able to flat out kill anybody covering you in and out of your breaks. He will need to work on route running, but the reason why you have to be so ecstatic about a commitment from a kid like Elijah Brown is because of exactly what Alabama said. When you have a kid this big, this talented, and showing the signs he's showing to be an elite receiving threat at the tight end position, that already knows how to be a physical blocker, sky is the limit, because usually in the modern era we see the exact opposite. Tight ends that have played a lot of receiver but aren't great at blocking, and they really have to get that skill before they can seriously be included on a D1 offense. And Elijah Brown doesn't have that problem. He's obviously shown flashes of being an elite pass catcher, an elite receiving threat at the tight end position, because he can high point footballs, and his physicality at the point of attack of a football is unmatched. I can't wait to see his senior season to see how he progresses. But I think the most intriguing thing and the most important thing about this commitment overall is who the lead recruiters were. The University of Alabama had 2 new guys on staff as the lead recruiters for Elijah Brown, Bill O'Brien and Jay Graham. And you love to see when your new guys are already able to go out on the trail and generate success from a top 300 guy. Now, this is the 3rd commitment for the class of 2022 for the University of Alabama, and this launched them into the top 25. Don't worry, Alabama fans, even if you thought about getting nervous about the outlook for this class, remember, the Crimson Tide was ranked 55th in April last year, and look what that did. I have no worries at all about this class, especially when I see the new guys on staff already going out and being successful with a top 300 player. And the Crimson Tide are sitting pretty in a few other situations right now on the recruiting trail. But this is a massive get for the Crimson Tide staff. A kid that can come in and contribute instantly, not only blocking, but as a pass catcher. And I just can't say enough about this kid's ceiling because it is so rare that you see a kid at tight end that does have the receiving threat that he shows be as elite of a blocker as he is. And that's the kind of thing that Saban and the Alabama offense love. So I can't wait to hear from y'all. First off, what do you think about the commitment of Elijah Brown to the University of Alabama? And second off, once again, like I said in the intro, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that Elijah Brown will be the only tight end taken in this class? That's it. See ya.